Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sam from TFC here, and just want to talk real quick about what this video is. So for the last few weeks, we have been running TFC Pug Nights over on Tuesdays, and Pugs are pickup games. Essentially, it's a time for you to join into our Discord and then play some games with the community while we cast and observe them, kind of giving you that esports feel while having a ton of fun with new people from the community. We want to do a weekly series here where now we start to upload the featured match from every week, which is basically the match that we thought was the most fun and craziest to enjoy. If you want to get in on the action, just make sure you join the Discord down in the description and tune into Pug Nights. Again, Tuesdays from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Twitch and here on the YouTube channel. All right, enough yapping. Let's get into the video. Cloak and Dagger, Suspended Structures, Bernal, probably the least, I guess the least wanted map for that loadout. So I actually don't know if he's going to stay on that or not. It's going to be a challenge because you have.
It looks like he's on heavy. Maybe he's running Sledge.
Okay, I could see that. Sledge on this map I could see working as well.
There's a lot of heavies in this game.
There are a lot of heavies in this game, including a triple heavy loadout on the side of the live wires, which is going to be Navy Street, Router, and Bingus. Definitely going to be an interesting one there to get into it. I'm being told as well by Giovanni in chat to keep an eye on Router in 60 hertz. Those guys are something else. So this is going to be an interesting one.
We'll go right over to him.
Yeah. We'll just get right into the action here. Again, shout out the Code Breakers crew for joining up. I mean, Pugs is popping tonight. We've got a lot of people in the queue. This is different. Normally we have a good turnout, but this is something else. So we are very excited to have you all here. We hope you enjoy the games and are having a great Tuesday evening. And make sure you go check them out on Thursday, 8 p.m. Get in on their Pugs action as well. I might even show up and play a game or two. Who knows? But we're going to get things underway here. Livewire is going to look to be facing off against the Big Splash, it looks like, for our first set of rotations. Router going to go ahead and reposition here onto nice high ground with that ARN. Seen a lot of usage out of that today. Not really too much of a surprise. It is a complete beamer of a gun. But to keep you updated on the other side of the map, Cortisol and Farside finding two picks quickly onto the Boundless. At least 60 hertz, the last one remaining over on that side of the map. But we're going to keep things over here now as Router starting to exchange some damage out onto 44. Turnips here. He's going to go ahead and return that. Bring him down to critical HP. Finds the Blueberry. Going to go ahead and get the heal up and gonna kite away here, Cody.
Yeah, already things are starting to kind of get a little crazy. Navy Street running the BFR and honestly just getting sturdy, trying to push Druings here, but gets picked by 44 Turnips. It's just Router pushing in heavy. That dome shield, which I think will do a lot of damage, and unfortunately, 44 Turnips gets another pick onto Router. And if I'm crazy, let me check. No, I almost thought he got a 3-piece. I almost did. I really did, but it was just 2.
Yeah, 44 Turnips putting absolute damage in with that LH1. The Shack also on the side of Druings putting in a ton of damage as well. And this is going to be Vault 1 going in possession of the Big Splash. To keep you updated on what's happening on the other side of the map, though, Kingfish have plugged their box into Cash Out B. Looks like it's going to be on top of the Izzle sponsor box. And we see the Boundless already hopping up into the fray there and getting into the action. We're going to actually jump over there now and see how this fight works out here. As Tactical Turtle is already taking a positional advantage. Going to kind of drop in here. He's looking for a defib, but looks like onto Tom Toast is going to find the trophy there. The paddles will connect. They're going to go ahead and start their re-attack here onto the inside. And nice. No, it's not going to be enough. He's not going to be able to crawl in there. He's going to have to take the zip line. Find another way up there, fella. Meanwhile, the Kingfish still holding high here. Great positioning overall. Cortisol rocking that pike. I saw a clip of him that he posted in our Discord earlier, by the way, using Iron Sight's pike. Glad to see that's not the case here because that is just devious work. But gonna go ahead and take out the entire suspended structure there using a breach drill of all things. Can't say I've seen that usage before. Meanwhile, Utopian getting sturdy in there, but is going down as he does go down to 60 hertz. It leaves it in a 2v3 situation. But Tactical Turtle down in critical HP, basically a whisper away from death. The melee elbows coming in out of the Cortisol onto Tactical Turtle. Now a 2v2 situation here at 60 hertz is about half health. Tom Toast gonna look to clean up Cortisol there. 2v1 now. Farside, last one remaining on the side of the Kingfish. Meanwhile, Tom Toast is going to go ahead and hit this res onto Tactical Turtle, Cody.
Yeah, it's just Farside, and man, he is coming in hot, getting not one, but 2 picks, and now the steal's coming in. It's Farside versus Tactical Turtle. He needs to interrupt it. He lines up the shot. He gets him off it. He's super low. But hold on, damage is coming in as well, but it's not enough. Farside getting not 1, not 2, but 3 picks, and down goes Kingfish, Sam.
far side going crazy there. I tried to get the clip of all three, but it was unfortunately just a little too long. But he finds the two there, finds the headshot. I can't believe that didn't kill Tactical Driller. He is on the medium, so I guess that does keep him alive there. But the nice hip fire to clean that up. And that's going to be box one going to the side of the Kingfish.
Yep, and speaking of sides, we're going to the other side of the map and jumping in with the live wires because there is a box currently going out, and the big splash not looking too great here because it is just Captain holding it out for the rest of the team. He is on heavy though. There's a gateway on there. It looks like he's grabbing a body to maybe get a res here, but there's not a ton of time. I was worried it was going to start rolling. The glitches are coming in too. They must know he's there. There's still not really a lot of time here. I don't even know if they have time to go for a steal. I don't think so. So I think he's just going to get his team up. Maybe go for another fight later. Certainly an interesting approach, but I do want to talk about the money pools right now. Sam, can you break that down?
Yeah, so we've got Kingfish sitting pretty at 16.5k. Everybody is kind of within contention. Boundless going to need to find some kills here. We are playing, I believe, with the range rule set as well. So remember, if a team wipes, they're going to lose 15% of their cash. And as a reminder, or if it's your first time watching our pugs, in order to book a win on our leaderboards for cash out, your team needs to come in first. That is a limitation of the bot that we use. Shout out MeetQ. If you're ever looking to run pugs yourself, highly recommend the bot. Definitely let us know if you need help. But it does make it where you have to come in first in order to book a win. And speaking of booking a win here, we just saw Navy Street go huge, getting 2 picks on the 44 turnips and also Captain. But Druings with that RPG finding the trade out onto Navy Street. 2v1 situation as Druings is going to look to hopefully equalize the fight and get maybe a res out here. Meanwhile, Router and Bingus. Router, nice beams there with the ARN. Bingus going to go down, it looks like, to a barrel, I believe. And now Router is stuck hiding for their life. And unfortunately, Cortisol all the way from Chapel's going to find the kill onto him. That's going to be a wipe onto the live wires. That is a big opportunity, honestly, for everybody else in the lobby, as now the live wires are going to be missing 15% of their cash, Cody. That's going to drop them a lot closer for the bottom three. Meanwhile, Kingfish getting the wipe there. That's extra bonus cash as well. And Cortisol maybe finding one more. No, he's not going to find the last pick onto Druings. That's just extra money there. Meanwhile, they continue to hold this cash out, Cody, as the Boundless looking to make their approach.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if the Kingfish notices, but they're going to notice soon because the goo is coming in. They're making a cocoon. And weirdly enough, the light's going for the steal, not the heavy. I don't know if I would personally agree with that. The goo falls, though, still doesn't interrupt it, and they're able to get the steal. And I think the Kingfish are very angry, Sam. Shots are starting to come out from back, forth, above, below, everywhere and anywhere. And I'm wondering what's going to happen next because the jump pad is coming in, but also Purple's here. The big splash are coming in as well. This is a third party of a lifetime, and I mean, it is not too that bored. We're only playing for 12k, guys. What are we doing?
Yeah, I think this is actually a pretty smart play if you're the big splash here, you know, and also the live wire is getting active. It looks like everybody in the lobby actually might be here. This is a good play if you're all these teams because you know that these cash outs are so staggered. I mean, look, the other vault hasn't even been tapped yet. It makes sense to go ahead and fight this because guess what? If you were to plug the other one, you're going to be right back in this situation anyways, as we've seen plenty of times here. Boundless, though, going to go ahead and get wiped there. Utopian finding the res onto Cortisol. Captain getting a pick onto Bingus. Druings looking to make some sort of damage happen here. There's one remaining on the side of the live wires. It's just going to be Router now who needs to defend this box, but no, time is going to be on their side as the live wires are going to go ahead and cash that out. Now ahead, but only by 2.2k. This is big if you're the live wires. Router just needs to stay alive here because a wipe would be detrimental to their money pool and their wallets, but looking like that's going to continue to be the case here. Meanwhile, 44 turnips going to go ahead and get a res here, but no, Router does go down to the side of the big splash. That's going to be Druings there finding that clutch kill, and that's going to bring the live wires back into second place now as the Kingfish continue to hold their lead. 22.5k to their name. Again, only 2.5k remaining. Utopian, though, going to go down to Captain now. It is an all-out brawl between the Big Splash and the Kingfish. Big Splash making absolutely massive plays here. They can find another wipe as one is remaining on the side of the Kingfish. It's just going to be Cortisol now who needs to clutch this thing out. It looks like, though, he popped a coin that's going to spawn him away. And finally, Cody, we can take a little bit of a breath.
Well, that was definitely the fight of all time. I mean, and I don't even mean that in a mean way. I just mean that was crazy. Like, I don't even know what to say. And Cortisol here is kind of in an interesting position. He's going to get some great shots onto Tom's toes.
Oh, nice.
Utopian now spawning in as well. He's going to throw over to Utopian. The perfect spawn. The question is, can he get out? The breach drill coming in. Great use of flash. can't say I would expect him to be using the breach drill. Is that what's good here in the big 2-6? Am I sleeping on something?
I don't know. Cortisol, I've always known to be running off meta things like this. I mean, we're running Pike in the big 2-6. Like I said, I saw a clip earlier of him running Iron Sights Pike of all things as well, which is just heinous to say the least. But it is working out for them as the Kingfish continue to extend their lead here. No, they actually didn't get the plug, Cody. Router somehow, I think, got in there and got that plug. That was insanity. Navy Street's going to take himself out there with the RPG. Livewire's one remaining. It's just Router now, who just made that clutch play. Actually, boxes got doubled, Cody, and Livewire's getting the plug money on one of those. That is a big opportunity for them.
Yeah, and it looks like the Big Splash have now completely flipped it in their favor, which is huge. And the Kingfish are totally out of the conversation. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. I still don't know what happened with Router. Did he, I don't know how he grabbed it. He intercepted mid-throw. I feel like it was such a short throw. How do you intercept that? But I guess that doesn't matter because we're getting into it again. Drewing's getting a great pick onto Tactical Turtle. Now he wants more. He's feasting for more. He wants more kills, but unfortunately he's not able to find the next pick here. And the Big Splash are in a good position. They have all three up. The Boundless below them, and it looks like the Livewires are above them, which might be interesting. I'm wondering if they're going to have a C4 on box. They might be able to make some sort of play here if a steal comes in, but I'm not too sure. I feel like this is the exact thing you want to do, right, Sam? You want to just kind of hang out, play your life, don't get too involved, and just make sure the box doesn't get stolen. Let everybody else do all the fighting for you, no?
Absolutely, yeah. Let the Big Splash are playing this perfectly. Let the lobby do your work. What is happening to this cash out? I saw C4 detonate on it in the air. Steal a tip now coming in out of Navy Street on the live wires. This is big. Can he actually make it connect? I don't think he did. 44 turnips coming in clutch there to flip that around. Navy Street unfortunately going to wipe in, has no more coins remaining. This is not a good situation as things are crashing down for the live wires. The Big Splash making a huge splash here as 44 turnips was able to actually find that pick, which is going to keep their box in their possession. Cody, Charge It Slay finally out of Druids to take out Cortisol, and that is going to be map win, Cody, for the Big Splash.
Man, what a game. I mean, I don't even know what I saw half the time because it just doesn't make sense. My brain's in mush. Damn, I really don't know what to say.
That was insanity. I got to remember, Bernal suspended structures our first cash out. I got to go back and clip Router getting that intercept. That was genuinely insane. I think it was exactly what you said. He saw that they were looking to plug it. Utopian went for, throwing it in. He came in and just literally snagged it out of the air and put it in. That was insane.
Yeah,
genuinely insane play.
Speaking of insane, though, Farside with 11 eliminations, almost 7K damage. Cortisol with 6. Almost 5K damage. Both of those two were kind of playing crazy, but let's talk about the Big Splash, which is the team that won. 10 assists over from Drewings. I mean, that guy was involved in every single fight ever. I don't know how he's doing it, especially on heavy on a map like Bernal. There's not a ton of ways to get around. Man, he made it happen. And Captain really being the MVP of this team. 9 eliminations. Whew, I mean, Turnip as well. I mean, dude, the Gunu squad's gotten crazy.
Yep. Gunu Squad, I think, taking a page out of EK's book. I'm pretty sure that's his club. I think he's the owner. It would make sense, being the good gun expert that he is and all. Yeah, absolutely insane plays. You called it out earlier, Cody. The macro there at the end was insane for them to just sit back and underneath that cash out and let all the other teams do the work for them, and it worked out. I mean, 44 turnips coming in so clutch right there at the end to disrupt the steal out of Navy Street. I thought Navy had it. I'm just being honest. I thought it was done. I thought he had been on there for plenty of time. I don't know if he actually looked away at one point just briefly enough to stop the cash out steal. Also, so the UI didn't tell us who was actually stealing, which is, I guess, a new bug. But it was pretty insane. I mean, that game was genuine cinema, which I feel like gets thrown around a lot these days, but that game had some insane plays. If you're not already, make sure you're following us on X, the everything app, because that's a bit around here. But make sure you're following us over there, because there's gonna be a lot of clips probably from that game making its way onto the timeline this week. Yeah, insane one out of nonetheless.